This is John Toad, Flint knapping, and I want to play around with something today. This is probably about the thickness of a playing card right here. It's a little thicker right in here, but the edge right here is like a razor blade. And I'm going to see what we can do with percussion. We'll play around with it some. And I'm going to color this side in and see how good it shows up. And we'll see what kind of flakes. Use this hollow copper bopper. And we're going to see what kind of flakes we can butt off. Chopping down this way, or striking this way, not chopping. I think you should call it chopping. Trying to get a little edge on this. Grind it a couple times. Come in strike. And see how much it took off. That's the flakes right there. We're going to come down here. Strike. This one went 3/4 of the way across. And come in, I'm hitting straight into this edge. I'm just crushing it. Until I get a little closer to where I want my original edge to start from. Now I'm chopping down on it a little bit, striking down. I'm gonna grind it and see how far we can run one right across there. Almost met on that one there. This one went all the way across to here. Now, I'm gonna look at doing something that's real risky. If I can get my left shoulder well, I'm still doing physical therapy, and I still got several weeks to go. If I can get my left shoulder well where I can get it well where I can pressure flake and shove with this hand. When I shove it on this hand, it hurts too bad. The pressure flake, I'm gonna try doing some fluting like this, percussion fluting. But you see how thin this is. I'm gonna try to run a flute right down the end of it without breaking it. Look at that. That one went all the way through there. I hit it on that angle there. Now I'm gonna take a little of this top off because it's kind of caved, twisted up. Be careful, coat it on it. I'll try it straight into the edge. Just crush it. Now I'm gonna try to raise it up so. There we go. Hitting straight in on the edge, but I'm pulling down just so I make contact. I'm pulling down that way. And I got a little bitty dip in it right there. That's looking pretty good. I'm not going to pressure flake this because, like I said, I'm trying to get that shoulder well and even do a little pressure flake. I tried to make a few points last week and last week, and it just set me back. So I tried to raise it up some more and see if I can run some down through there. I'm just chipping away at it a little bit on the tie. Now straighten it up. That curve's gone except right there, and when I come across there, that'll come out. Now we're gonna run one across here. There we go. I'm gonna put us a point on it. We're gonna have flake scars going all over it. And hopefully, if we don't break it, if we do, I mean, look how thin it is. My God. Just sitting here playing. That one went there. That one did pretty good. That one did pretty good, and that one did pretty good. Let's go ahead and work on this one. When I say this one, I'm talking about this side. trying to get me a continuous platform on this, and great results on that one, great results. Wow, look how far that one ran. Unbelievable. All of my black lines are gone. Now this is dished in, and it's hollow. We're gonna see what we can do about it. This is where it's dipped in, so like inside of a spoon or something. It's just scooped out. So we're gonna come across here and see if we can remove this, even though it's dipped in. And the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna kind of crush this edge here. I'm gonna keep coming straight into it. And it's gonna pull this edge up. There we go, we're starting to pull it up a little bit, especially on the bottom here. I'm gonna go ahead and take some plates off of the bottom part. Just come in and then we're running halfway across. I'm just trying to dropping the weight of this billet down and don't weigh anything. Look at the pretty pattern I made there. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if y'all can see that pattern. Just by just barely tapping down. Now the rest of this part's ready too on this side. See if we can get a neat little pattern going on it. I'm gonna start up here at the notching in on it. Went halfway across. I didn't have as good as luck running these as far. As you see, if that one would have met in the middle, it'd been great, but it didn't. The rest of them did good, but I had a couple just didn't travel that far. So now I'm gonna come down and flute again and try to run them this way. And we went right to there. Just working my way into it. I'm missing, and I'm not missing on purpose. I am missing on purpose, but I'm missing on purpose to work my way into it, so when I get there I won't overstrike. I just clip that edge. Just ease my way into it, little at a time, little at a time. So I am doing it on purpose, but it's because I'm missing because I'm doing it on purpose. I'm gonna try to run this one down through here. Look at that. All right, this is ready. The pressure flake is done. I'm gonna try to knock that one little spot out right there. It come out. Anyway, I'm gonna put that away in my sail pile and look around and see what else we can find. Here's one that's got a big blowout hole right here, and it's real thin in there. It's got a blowout hole right there. I can make something out of it, but I'm gonna lose a lot of the size. I'm gonna see if I can find something that's thin, like this. It's got a lot of blowout holes that maybe we can keep some size on it. Let's try this one, see how it works. Okay. Oh, it didn't work too good. I just fixed to say I need to tap straight into it, and I wasn't in too big a hurry. That was not gonna work. Let me see what I got over here in my bucket. I got a bunch of it over here I blew a bunch of this stuff up. I still can't get my keel adjusted right. Never had so much trouble with a keel in my life. I'm about ready to take a shotgun and shoot that thing. All right, here's what. Turn this one up so you can see it. You can see light through it. Just razor thin. Got one thick seam going right down the middle. So the first thing I'm gonna do is try to get this cortex off. I'm hitting straight in, what I should have been doing on the one I broke. Because when you hit down on it, you putting, when you hit down, you bend it like this. When you hit straight in, you just going this way. And until you get everything shaped up the way you want it, you don't need to be putting pressure on it. Now, I'm not even going to grind it because I want it real stiff. Because I'm hitting on the end. If I grind it, I got to hit harder. And I'm not trying to move but like an eighth of an inch or less. Just about got this where I want it. I'm going to round it off right here. Not going to grind it. There we go. Now I'm going to come up here, and this is what I'm looking at to get an idea. I'll shape these and sell them. What I'm looking at here, this is a lot of sand right in here, so I'm looking at something like this. In other words, like that. So let me put the lid back on my felt pen so it won't dry up. All right, I'm going to hit straight in here. I'm going to move this part over here that's got a lot of sand in it and get rid of it. Now, because if I don't, then I wait till I'm just about finished, so I'll come over here and move it. It might cause the whole port to break because it's a big old crack in there where that sand is. I got a thick enough seam right now to support it in the middle. Y'all can realize that ridge going there. See what I'm looking at? So I'm going to get this bad place out while I got that. I'm going to wait and do it towards the end of the knapping process on this. Now I'm going to lightly grind this because I'm going to try to run it as far as I can. There we go. There we go. Better. Better. I'm going to come this way. Try to come just like this. That plate went all the way to there. Now that spot's out of there. That bad spot's gone. I'm going to try to thin this tip now it's gone. Grind a little bit. I'm going to try to run some pretty good flakes. I'm just going to let it fall down. With a little snap in my wrist is all I'm doing. Just snapping my wrist down. Not coming down like this, I'm just snapping my wrist. Like you're popping a bullwhip or something. And I got a ridge right here. It's coming here and it's going this way. It's curving like that. I'm going to try to take it out. It got me a little problem right there on that platform. All right, I got it out. I had a little high spot on that. Now, I'm going to try to hit going this way and seeing what I can do. And I caught it with my finger and hope y'all can see that. But it took that much out. Now when I come here, it's going to get a good bit more of it. I'm going to have to move this edge back so it won't be in my way. I I didn't catch that one, but that got it. Now I got some high spots on this side. I'm not gonna grind it. It's real thin. And I hope you understand what I mean. I ground it thin because it's a little thicker. But when something's real thin, this piece is, I'm not talking about the edge, I'm talking about the whole piece, like right here. I don't know if you can realize that. That's a razor. But if you hit straight in like that, you're not gonna break it, you're just gonna chip it back. If I don't grind it and I hit in like this, I'm only gonna knock a little bit out, and that's all I wanna remove. But if I grind it, it's thicker, and the chances are it's taking more shot to remove that thick spot. You're moving a bigger piece of material is what you're trying to do. You're liable to break that joker. Now one grind I'm gonna come across here. This piece came out real good. Come right on the tip. Missed it. There we go, that did pretty good. That did all right. And all of those went right into there. I'm gonna come right on the very point. I'm not gonna support it. My finger's up here. If I put my finger down there and support it, it's gonna snap where my finger's at. Because it's gonna be doing this, and when it hits where my finger is, it's gonna go down, it's not coming back up, and it's gonna break. It's real important to figure out how to support something when you're working on it to keep it from breaking. Like I'm not supporting anywhere in here. Now this base is so thin, I'm going to come all the way down that line to get thick enough to do anything, and I'm hitting straight into it. Just chipping straight into it. And I got a ridge here, so I'm going to pull that ridge up. I'm going to come back and raise it back up this way. When I say pull it up, I went down with it, but that was pulling it up, but when you swap sides, it's down. So if you're hitting down on something, you're pulling it up this way, but when you turn it over, it's down. It's probably confusing if you're just learning what I'm saying, but I'll find something a little bigger I can demonstrate on. Here's something here. All right, I'm gonna pull this edge up right here. Doom, 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 doom. I'm hitting down on it this way, and I'm pulling it. And when I pull it over, it's sloping down, and that's what I'm talking about. It's sloping down. So when I say I'm pulling it up, I am, but when I turn it over, it'll be sloping down. So I always say up is down in this business. It's just the opposite of what you say. You don't go up, no, won't go down, you're going up. All right, I'm about to get this here dull enough that I think I can run some fluting flakes down through here to remove some of these little high spots right here. It's going to be interesting to see as thin as this is. And I'm going to lightly grind it and come this way first. Got that one. Well, that was a good one. That was a good one. That one went all the way down to there. Now, if we're looking on here, I'm going to mark it out again. This ridge right in here is all high. This is low in here, and all this is high. So the way I'm going to address that, or tact it, or whatever you'll call it, I'm going to come right in here, and I'm going down. And down brings it up. Going down. And brought it back up. I'm trying to drive some this way. That plate went right to where my thumb is. I hit there. That did real good. Then I'm going to try to isolate my little platform. It's hard to isolate them with something that's thin because you don't have much width to lose. But I got my little one isolated right there. There we go. Look what happened when I isolated that little joker. Okay, it's high here too. If you're looking at it, this point is curving this way. If you see what I'm talking about, it's coming this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna round it this way and balance that point out. And that's gonna give me a good striking platform to move this high spot right in here. I'm accomplishing two things. I'm straightening it out, and I got me a platform. Knock that good flake off. Look at that. There we go. Now I'm going to show you how to break them. I want something bigger. I was hoping it'd snap off. That's too thin. That's not any good. I'll find something here just a second to be just right. Pull out of my washing stocking pile. I need to look a little this way. I want it thin, but I want it wide. No, that's no good at all. Here we go. This is real thick up here, but it's got a pot lid here. It's probably gonna break right here. Now, if I didn't want to break it, I would hit in like this, straight in, nibbling way, and I'm coming down just as I hit straight in, and I would not support it at all. I just hold it back there a little bit, hit right there. I did not break a thing. Now, come on this side. If I wanted to break it, this is what I used to do. And I still do it a lot. I get busy in a hurry and I forget to support something just right. Let's see. Trying to think which would be a good direction to explain this. All right, if I'm holding it out here and I hit it right there, the odds are if I put down here and hit there, it's gonna break. And I hit right there, you can see where the billet hit. Let me pinpoint that. I thought you said, well, he hit way up. No, I didn't. If you can see that little dark copper spot right there, it's orange yellow here, but it's like a gray spot right there. That's where I hit. Because I had so much pressure down, when it went down, this part didn't give, and so it broke. So let's take another piece. I don't have any more super thin ones. Let me go back in my scrap pile. There'll be something floating around here somewhere. Y'all just bear with me. All right, we'll come up here with this one. I want you to look how stupid this one is. It's a big old sunken area right there. That's the rim of it. Look over here. In a bad spot, it's more in the middle right here. So this is real thin too. So this is what I'm gonna do to try to keep from breaking it. Let me get my shirt sleeve out of the way. I don't want to push here and hit here because it allows a snap. So I'm just kind of tilting up like this and trying to hit straight into it. And I'm not holding it very tight. I'm trying to come right across. I'm just holding it in place is all I'm doing. Watch my finger wobble. Can you see my finger wobble? That way it's going up and down with the shock wave. And the same thing here. I got my hand balanced here, but look at my thumb moving. You see this whole thing going down. Toom, 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 toom. All right, now I'm gonna hit straight in like this. It only got my back support right there. Look at the flakes just take it off. When I hit straight in, I'm taking just like that. In fact, let me show you what. I don't know if I can do this now. Let me get it set up right. It's so thin, I don't know if you can see it or not. This is real good practice. Get you some real thin flakes that you don't care if you break them or not. Stuff's got craters in it like this. And practice trying to do percussion work on it. All right, this is what I hope I can show you. This is the line that's black. Okay. See the little bit of black on there? And all the black is still there. I mean, I split that black. But when I did, I went down like this. And I'm knocking some long flakes off. Those flakes run right into there. And I'm going to come back this way and do the same thing. Not holding it very hard, very tight. If this was something real big, I'd be squeezing it tight. But since it's thin, I'm not. I'm going to try to run some flakes to meet it with that. Look at the hell all that flake with. Golly. That's hard to bleed or hard. Now, look at that. This flake went with probably a eighth of an inch to the edge, I'd say. Look how it flattened all that out. Now we got the crater here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. And I know some things I can do. I could come this way, and I've got to really thin this side so the crater won't look too bad. Like I said, it's just practice piece. We know the crater was there. Wow, I run that flake all the way down to there. You say, yeah, you're holding. No, I'm just setting it there to keep it from sliding. All I'm doing is keep it from sliding off of my leg. Basically, if I could put it behind it, something solid with my finger, I didn't worry about it cutting into it. So I kind of hold it on the top too. All right, let's go and see. I got to run a flake all the way to here. Went there, almost got it. I'm probably not going to get it out because it hinged. When it got right there, it hinged. I tried to run it too far as thin as it was. Let's see what we can do with this base now. It looks ugly. Right, see how that just bounced in my hand? Whoop, knocked the. See, that would have snapped half in two if it hadn't been bouncing in my hand like that. And that's where the crater was at. It was a weak area right there, and that's why it broke. So I hope that, will kind of help you understand when you're working with something real thin, you got to be extremely careful with it. I got a piece here that I don't think I can do anything with. We're going to fool with it, and then we're going to call it quits. And I got to get out and making some money. Just bought a transmission for my truck, wasn't but almost $6,000, 5,700. Crater here, crater here, crater here, crater here, and it scoops up. Look how it turns that way. Big curvature, big crater there, big crater there. So I'm looking at probably breaking it off right in here and trying to get a point out of this section right here. So I'm just gonna go into it working a little at a time. It might have a crack in it with all those craters. If it does, it's gonna break there. But I'm hitting straight into it. I think I'm just gonna come across here and see if I can go ahead and break it. Hope I can get it to break where I want it to. I hadn't mastered that yet on thin stuff. If it's thick stuff, I can. The thin stuff, it just real unpredictable. So you're trying to snap a big piece off of it like this. Well, I didn't break it off, I chipped it off. I was hoping during all that process it would just snap across and save a lot of stripes. Save some wear and tear on my arm there. But it never did break, so I went ahead and chipped it off. Now I'm gonna take the chance of holding it down like that and breaking it up here in the middle, especially where this hole is. We're gonna lose a lot of length to it there. Okay, this pot lid got another little dimple there. We're probably gonna lose it right in here. Let's see what we can do maybe to change that. I'm gonna try to hit straight in. I'm gonna come right up here and try to isolate middle of the platform. Right in there. See how that plate running there is kind of weakening it back in there. Now we'll come over here and try to run me a good plate across this way. Didn't do it. Let's try it again. I might have crushed that edge too much. I thought I'd got past the crush part, but I must have didn't. There we go, that's what happened. It was crushed too much. That plate went all the way to there. When you crush these edges like I'm doing, when you build your platform, you start coming down, you gotta get past that crush edge. If you don't, it's not gonna do anything. It's got millions of little step fractures there. You probably couldn't see unless you had a magnifying glass from crushing that edge. All right, let's see if we can go across here. Ooh, that run right to there. I still haven't got that crack out. This one's a real challenge. I mean, this is what I call a difficult one. Well, it would be nice if I could run one into that hinge right there, but it's not, I don't think I can run that far as steady as it is. No, it went right to there. And when you try doing something like that, if you don't make it, you create a hinge on the other side. So you cause more problem than good. You don't think you can run it, sometimes it's best not to try. Unless you're experimenting and playing around like we're doing today. This is a play around experimental day. I think the good Lord has got enough rocks to do this. A lot of people don't have no rocks where they live, and rocks are expensive. They have a hard time buying rocks. That's why I sell them. They won't come to my house and pick up all my debit cards free. There's a lot of stuff better than what I've been hitting on today. A lot of great stuff in there. And I used to tell them if they pay the shipping, I'd send them some, but there we go. I hope you saw what I done. I'm sitting there thinking about rocks and all, and I put my finger down hard, and look where it broke. Right in the middle. The very thing I've been saying not to do. So here we go. I don't know which way I was hitting. I don't even remember which side. Both sides have got platforms on it. But here we go. It's got that big dip in the middle. And I put my finger down hard like that, and I hit straight there. If this had come up and been loose, more than likely it wouldn't have broke there. So that's a good lesson. That's one of the things I've been trying to explain to you. That's where I goofed up. But I used to tell people, send me $15, $18, and I'll get you a box of this stuff, and I ship it to you. But my gosh, I got to go out there and take a shovel, and sometimes it takes me an hour to get a box full. I just can't do that no more. I'm retired, and it's just too much, losing too much money getting that shovel full. So, but if you want it free, you can come get it all day long. I don't care, but when it takes me an hour going through it, especially hand picking it. Now, I could take a shovel and dump it in a box, and I'd do that all day long, but you're going to get a whole pile of crap. You're going to get stuff like this. You're not going to get very many good pieces. So when I'm talking about a shovel full, a box full, what I used to do it, I hand picked every one of them. It could be a point made out of every piece in there. Even though it was my scrap pile, I still went through it and found the good stuff out of it. There we go. There's another one. Just too deep of a crater in it. But anyway, I got this guy now, and he asked me if I'd go out there and do it, and I told him, man, I just don't have the time to do it. But I would be glad to if I had the time and had the money. And that's all I had to do. I had enough money, I wouldn't have to pay my bills and buy medicine and stuff like that. I'd sit out there all day long and dig to it. I don't think we do anything with this one either. It's got too massive dips and too much thick places on it. There we go. That's what I thought. I didn't have no pressure on that one at all. It just, look how narrow it was. It was just too narrow for that much mass and low as these places are. But look at here. We got something here we can work on. I'm hoping we can. It's not big enough to fool with. Just a little bitty point for a blowgun. What it'll be, I'm trying to flatten the base out right here. I'm trying to sneak up to it and just trim it out so I can get it good and square, like this. All right, there's one right there. That did good. Come over here. I put too much pressure on my fingers. One, I didn't break it. I'm used, when I got big stuff, I do that, and I don't fool little stuff like this that much. It's just a habit. You start shoving down hard, and you don't realize you're doing it, and then wham, it's broke. All right, we got this pretty square back here. I'm gonna start looking at the square edge here, see if I can get it out. It's got a real square edge on it. There we go. It's still flat right here. Okay. We got a hump right here, and I'm trying to get this tool right in that little bit of split there. And I just can't get it in there. I'm hitting and easing up to it. I just can't get it in there. I'm going to come back this way. Wouldn't do no good to pressure flake a spot, because it would still be just as narrow. I couldn't get it in there and put pressure flake to that. This hammer's just too wide to get in that spot. So I'm coming this way and getting it out, getting the square edge out on this side. There we go. There we go, look at that. Okay, that's it. Y'all have a blessed day.